Hi, I'm Jerry Tartolino with Retrozone Inc. Today we're going to talk about damper motor replacements. We're doing more and more business on this in terms of helping people retrofit motors back onto existing dampers that are already installed in the ducts. Sometimes, as you can see from this Honeywell damper, they're all taped in, glued in. It's a lot easier to change the motor. Oftentimes now, there's a lot of these different motors out there that are obsolete. You either can't find them or they're extremely expensive to find and replace because the manufacturers of the motor control the distribution of them in a way that makes them expensive. The third reason is a lot of people are tired of spring return damper motors because they keep failing. Spring return damper motors are two-wire motors. You can always tell if it's a spring return because it has two wires coming out of it. And what a lot of people don't understand is the way they work is they have to consume power continuously to keep the damper open or closed because the spring is always trying to pull them back in the other direction. As a result, they get hot and the failure rate's a lot higher. In some cases, some people that we've sold the retrofit kits to are just tired of replacing damper motors. So I'll start right here just to show you how this goes. I can't cover everything. We have a lot of different kits, a lot of different ways to do it, but I'll show you what I am looking for. We're either going to have the kits ready to go. For instance, this is a Honeywell ARD damper that uses a two-wire spring return motor. This same kit would also work on a Research Products April Air damper, also works on the Suncourt damper, and almost any damper that has a shaft sticking out of the side of it. If it's got a shaft sticking out of the side, then our retrofit kits take an adapter shaft that we manufacture with an Allen head wrench that simply goes on. I'm not going to tighten all this down, but you'll get the idea. You would mount the anti-rotation bracket on the damper, so you need a drill. We provide you with the self-tapping sheet metal screws. And then the motor simply fits on like that, and now you have the just outstanding Belimo LMB series motor on this damper. This is a commercial grade motor. I'll not get in too far on selling it, but one of the advantages of these kits are not only can you get an obsolete damper back in business, but you're going to be doing it with a motor that was far superior to what you're replacing. These have 5-year factory warranties on them, and we never get them back under warranty. And there's few things I can say about that but we just don't get them back. It's an outstandingly good motor. If you're replacing a two-wire motor, you may go, oh, but I only have 2 wires going to that damper motor. That's correct. This motor uses 3, so you'd need to get a 3rd wire from your zone control panel back to this motor. Don't worry about the wiring. We'll show you how to do that. It's universally easy to do. Most zone control panels, in fact, support a 3-wire output. And if you'll check the thermostat wire that actually was run to that 2-wire damper motor, you very well may find that there's 3 or 4 or a couple of more unused wires in there. So check that. Usually these are in attics and basements where that 3rd wire is pretty easy. If it's not, and sometimes we run into that, we also have kits really to do the same thing using the Belimo 2-wire spring return TF series motors. Outstanding motor, looks huge compared to the spring return motor that came off, but only uses, this Belimo, only uses 1/4 of the power that the typical Synchron and Kramer motors use. And that's because it's a gear train motor, it's a much finer built motor, it's far more power efficient, so you still save a lot of energy when you go this route. So we can help you retrofit either type on there. Now, I want to show you a few other things. Another damper that we see a lot of older style are both Trolatemp and EWC dampers. You can spot them because they have these 8 terminals on the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and X and Z on them. Trolatemps were orange, the EWC motors were blue, same motor, came off of a can like this. Once again, we have adapter shafts built for them. Here is the adapter. It simply slips into the damper. There's a piece of strap that we provide that keeps the shaft in there, and once again, just like the other ones, then the motor simply goes on. You mount an anti-rotation strap, and it's really quite simple to do. Instructions come with it. We're always there on technical support. So that's the EWC model. There's a lot of, especially in California, a lot of the Z-Tech and Butler systems that used a motor that was recessed down. Here it is. It's got, looks like a Synchron motor, has a long shaft on it. We've got that change-out kit right here, a little longer shaft. It's an easy one to do. It simply goes down on the shaft, and then either one of the Belimo motors bolt on top of it. Okay. Now here's what we're either going to have it, or if we don't know exactly what damper you have, I'm going to ask you to take about 3 pictures with your camera phone and email them to support@retrozone.com. That's support, S-U-P-P-O-R-T, at retrozone.com. And what I'm looking, I'll use the Honeywell. What I'm looking for you to do is take a picture of the outside of the damper, pull the motor, show me the underside of the damper to where I can see the shaft or the collar, and then also show me the damper where I can see what we have to mount to there. And I'm probably going to go, oh, well, you just need to use this shaft or this motor or this connection, or we'll figure it out from there. But this is truly a deal where a picture is worth 1,000 words. So if we don't already have the kit, that's what I'm going to ask you to do. If it's easy for you to do, just go ahead and send me those 3 pictures. If you'd like, if you're converting 2 wires to 3 wires, you can also send me a picture of the zone control panel if you have one, close enough to where I can see the wiring and the schematic, and I can help you if there's any wiring issues. But the wiring is usually simple stuff on these. Now, some of the adapter shafts we both mill, weld, and machine various adapter shafts to allow these motors to virtually go back on any other dampers. Here's a Durazone product. We also have lots of replacement motors as well. If you don't want to do the kits and you're just happy to get another motor back on there, I'll have a lot of, I'll have all the Durazone motors. We've got various Synchron motors. I do want to talk about the Synchron motor a little bit. Synchron is and has been a major manufacturer of damper motors. We see this a lot of times. We have some of these motors, but generally Synchron made many, many different variations of these motors. They may look the same from this angle, but the shafts are very often different, the part number, the rotation, so you can't just use one that sort of looks like it, because it typically won't work. It really has to be the right Synchron motor if it's going to work, and I may have it. So just give us a call at Retrozone, and of course, if for some reason the actual can is not in good shape or it looks like it's going to be a lot of trouble, we manufacture all kinds of very outstanding and high quality dampers, the complete cans with the Belimo motors. For instance, this particular part is a 8-inch. It sells for $105, and that is with the outstanding Belimo LMB series motor on it. It uses all Durazone drive hardware, 1/2-inch commercial hardware. The blades are bolted up to the can. It's as good a damper as you can buy in the country right now. We're very proud of it. We also have it in rectangular. So if we can't help you, or you just don't want to fool with the damper replacement kits, we can also help you with the new dampers and really anything else you need. We're full service in damper and zone control. It's our only business, and we think we're the best around at it. Thank you very much.